What's up, everybody? I'm Vortac, and welcome back to Wurm Unlimited, where we are starting our little Worm Let's Play mini-series. This is going to be Vortac's Expedition. I didn't really know what to call it. But what we're going to be doing in this mini-series is essentially going away from our mainland. I want to find my own space to build in. Everyone seems to be kind of splitting away from the main town. I don't want to do that. This is still going to be my primary home in Wurm, but what I want to do is find like a place to set up a vacation home. That's kind of the goal of this whole series. So it's going to be a few parts, and it has the potential to be very, very long in terms of episode length, and I don't want to do that because Wurm is a very slow game. So I'm going to tell you guys up front the types of things I'm looking to do to prepare for this expedition, and then from there we are going to just start preparing. There's going to be a lot of cuts of me, like, okay, I made this, it's going in here, and things like that. You'll kind of get a sense of where I'm going with this. So without further ado, we're going to get started, and first I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing to prepare for this expedition. First things first, I need to get a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be taking things with me, such as a cooking stove, a forge, some better tools, because I still have a lot of the starter tools on me, some food and water, and a lot of storage crates like this. I also need like some seeds, and I want to bring with me some stone and some iron because finding that stuff in a new place is actually very annoying. It can be very difficult. But what I want to show you is my boat. I actually finally finished my freaking boat. I finished it last night. I was up really, really late and well into early, hours of the morning, and I finished the boat, tested it out. It works great. And that is what we're going to be loading up on our expedition. So I have a lot to show you in this first part of our expedition, and we're going to get started right now. So I'm going to head down to the docks and show you the boat. So as we head towards the dock here, I have to say, I hope it's not too dark. I hope you guys can see everything all right. Hopefully the sun comes up soon. I'm also noticing a change in season since I played last night. There's a lot of leaves on the ground. It looks like we're in fall. All the trees are changing color. It looks pretty cool. But this is my boat. It is the Cog, and I had to move it from the other dock to over here, and I'll show you the map in a second so you can see why exactly I did that. But the dock is still kind of under construction. We'll have to swim out to it to actually load it up, because if I get it too close here, we'll beach it. And since I'm going to load it up, it might be impossible to drag once it's loaded with crap. But right now it's empty, and we can actually take this and travel to all sorts of places. So just to give you an idea, we are right here, the Violet West Dock. And right in front of us, if you look out, is Olive Island. That is going to be right here where my cursor is. You have to follow my cursor a little bit for a sec. So this is Olive Island. This is Cedar Island, just beyond it. And over here is where I visited last night. It wasn't a long journey getting there. This is actually not a very long distance, but getting back was almost impossible because the wind was not in our favor. So that gave me the idea for this expedition, because last night I was like, oh my gosh, this is so slow. Like, going against the wind is impossible in this giant boat. And I decided that if I do leave again in the boat, it's going to need to be for a while, because I'm not going to be dealing with that. The wind does change directions, but it's kind of unpredictable. So that is basically what I'm dealing with. Now, over here is where it was in that one video I showed you the boat originally, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot of area for me to kind of explore. It just kind of goes off into nothingness. So I took a boat dragging cart and dragged it over here just across the land. You can do that. And the other reason I did that and didn't take it through this canal here or down here is because it's huge. It'll actually beach itself on shoals and things like that. So you have to get out and like drag it away and then start going again. It can be a huge pain in the ass. Like, I got it stuck once, and I'm like, okay, now I realize why people will build smaller boats. So that is why I brought it over here. So basically my options for finding a vacation home are going to be these islands, this shoreline over here, or this shoreline over here. I think I'm going to try to go for that peninsula right there. That's the goal. That could change, but I know if I start to venture up into here, I'm going to get stuck, and that's not what I need. And also, finding this place is not so hard. There's no navigation. There's no way for me to tell you where I am on the map unless I just happen to be on one of these points and I know it very well. So navigating in this game can be very difficult, but I ramble on. basically, that is the goal. We are going to start loading up that boat right there, the cog. We can load it up with lots and lots of things. And the first thing I'm going to load it up with is storage crates. It can hold several large storage crates, and I want to build them close, like right over here, so I can just take the boat as close as I can to the shoreline, and all I need to do is like right-click and load them into the boat. So that is what we're going to do next. I'm going to go ahead and get my supplies ready, and we're going to load up with crates. As you can see, our town square is completely trashed right now. Excel, one of the guys in our town here, has been storing up these large crates. These are the crates we're going to be making ourselves for the boat. He's been putting them here, and this is actually the storage room. I'll show you guys this real quick. It has really nothing in it right now because pushing stuff to get it in here takes a long time. But he's been building those crates, and eventually a lot of this stuff is going to end up in here. And I'm guessing they're going to try to get some stuff upstairs, too. Not sure how they're going to do that, but, I mean, there it is. And we're going to be filling this up. This is going to, like, all that crap you see outside is eventually going to be condensed into that storage building. So that's pretty cool. And I actually have some plans for building onto my house, too. So this expedition is kind of taking away from stuff I would like to do out here. But I thought, you know, it'll be fun to kind of make a new mini-series and, you know, distract myself a bit from all the stuff going on in town, try to take a little vacation. That is where the vacation home comes in. So again, first things first, we're going to build some crates. I'm going to show you guys how to make those, and I'm going to steal some of their wood here. We have logs of low quality and in one crate and logs of high quality in the other. I'm going to grab some low quality logs. We have a whole bunch here, and open up my inventory. We're going to grab, like, I don't know, just a bunch of logs. As many as I can carry. Oops, I grabbed the wrong thing. Give me just a bunch of freaking logs. Now, for those of you new to Wurm, I'm going to try to make this as easy for you to follow as I possibly can. What I'm doing right now is making some planks. All you need for that is a saw and some logs. And I'm going to make a ton of planks. I brought with me about, I think, 11 or 12 logs. And we're just going to make as many as we can. Now, you'll notice how fast this is going. I actually have a very high-quality saw compared to the starter one anyway. It's quality 19. So it's not, I mean, on the grand scheme of things, it's not that great. But you can see my chance for making a plank is 94%. So I'm making planks very fast, which is awesome. So I need a ton of planks, and I'm going to use these to make my storage crates. So I can actually show you this because it's going so fast. Usually I would skip ahead, but we already have 20 planks, so that's a good start. I'm going to get rid of these, and we're going to throw the planks in the crafting window. And in order to start the large crate, we need large nails and planks. And there it is, the large crate. We're going to make, I mean, honestly, I could make 4 of them because I have 4 nails and they only require 1 each. So let's just do that. Let's make, oops, 2. There we go. And what did I do? Did I make 4? No, I have 1 nail left. Let's do it. Yes, okay. So these are 4 large crates, and they're all kind of intertwined. This is going to make crafting them into full crates a little bit difficult because they're all, I didn't space them out at all. So what we can do actually is move and pull. And you'll notice how slow this goes. Check this out. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There it is. I'll just try to be careful to work on the one closest to me. So in order to now work on this crate, we're going to right-click it and add it to the crafting window. And you'll see we need 15 planks. And for each one of these crates, they have 1 large nail, which makes so much sense. And they will all need 15 more planks in addition to the one you started with. So 1 nail and 16 planks will do it. We're going to just add planks to it now. And it says you almost made it, but the plank is damaged. This is where it gets a little bit tedious. The skill we're dealing with is called fine crafting, and this is where things kind of slow down for me. My carpentry skill, or fine carpentry, I'm sorry, my carpentry skill is 71 overall, but that means nothing, because my fine carpentry is 24.9. So once we attach some of these planks, we'll start raising that skill up. I believe it's fine carpentry. It doesn't seem to be turning green. It'll turn green when we've actually gotten a point to it. But, oh wow. No, it just made it. I was actually doing a fantastic job. Cool. That was a little bit deceiving, but there we go. We have 1 large crate. Didn't take much time at all, and because I made it so close to the water, I can pull the boat up right here and just load the crate onto it when I'm done. I can also just go ahead and, maybe, if it's not too heavy, I might be able to pick this crate up, but I could be wrong about that. Let's see. No, I'm not getting an option. I can still pull it towards me, but it doesn't look like I'm getting the option to, like, pick it up. So it's just too, I guess it's just too cumbersome. Not a big deal. Now we can work on the next one, but I'm going to need some more planks. So you get the idea. I have 4 large crates here, and I'm going to make more. I have some iron heating up in town. You can see that smoke right there is my iron. I'm going to be putting together, I don't know, maybe like 9 crates to start with. And these crates can hold a ton of stuff, and they will be put inside the boat so we can store a crap load of things. After looking into this a little bit more while I'm sawing up planks, it looks like we're not working on fine carpentry. It looks like we're working on just normal carpentry, which is cool because my carpentry level is so high. I thought that was just kind of an overall, you know, not addition, but like an average of all the things in terms of carpentry I made, but it seems like it actually does count for something, which is why these planks are so easy for me to craft. So, alright, I was a little bit wrong about that. No big deal. That's pretty cool. You can see here I'm just getting the rest of my logs put together. I'm throwing my planks in here so I can take my logs, keep sawing them, all into planks, and for the sake of making my crates. 71 crafting pays off. I now have my 4 large crates done, as much of a cluster as they look like. And I have 2 planks left over, so I brought almost exactly what I needed to make them. Now you get to watch the fun part of bringing the boat over and throwing them in. Now, as I said, I will be beaching the boat, but these 4 empty crates shouldn't be heavy enough for me not to be able to drag the boat back into the water. So no big deal there. We're going to come up to the boat here, and I need to get pretty close and embark as commander. I think you go behind it. There we go. Embark commander. Now I'm driving the boat. We're just going to pull it up. You can see how slow it's going. I'm going against the wind right now. I'm going to try to get it close to the crates. Close enough to load cargo. I wonder when I can start doing that. You kind of right-click them, load cargo. I'm too far away. So you kind of see what I'm aiming for here. Now my fear is that putting the front of the boat on the shore is going to screw it up. I need to get me as close as possible. So I'm actually going to back the boat up into the... uh-oh. Looks like we can't go backwards because the wind is taking us. Nope. We're going to do the front of the boat, and we're going to get fought by the wind. There we go. You know what I can do is actually just drag the boat, honestly. It's so much faster. But I did want to kind of drive it and show you guys. So, we're getting pretty close here. Let's try to load cargo again. No, too far away. Alright, let's beach it. Screw it. Well, it took a little bit of finagling, but I did get the boat onto shore finally. And now we are loading our cargo. In this case, just some crates. Now the crates are empty. They need to be because I don't have anything to put in them for one. But I'm slightly sure you can't load a crate that has a bunch of stuff in it. But I could be totally wrong on that. Either way, it doesn't matter. I can easily come back to the boat and load on what I need to load once the crates are in the boat. So we're putting them on now. This is going to give us a ton of storage space. The boat itself has storage, but you get a lot more, same with carts, when you put crates in them. So I'm actually going to have to look up how many large crates I can fit in the boat, but 4 should do it for now. So now that we have those, I can open it, and you can see here I have 4 large crates. Now each of these can hold X amount of items. I don't know all the numbers, but it's cool. And we'll be able to load all these with our supplies, our logs and food and water and whatever. Actually, no. Water is going to require a barrel. So I did bring with me some iron ribbons, because you need them for making barrels. We're going to need some more logs and things like that. But let's go ahead and disembark, and we'll just leave our boat parked, you know, like that, because I plan on making some more crates and loading them in. And now that we have a good system in place, I'd like not to screw it up by dragging the boat back into the water. So I'm going to head back into town and basically lather, rinse, repeat. We're just going to keep doing stuff like this until I have all the crates I need and the supplies I require for my journey. It looks like my iron is still heating up, so I can't really make any nails right now to make more crates. And that's okay, you guys kind of get the idea. Some of the other things I want to make, though, to have that are all ready, so I'm just ready to go as soon as I get to the new place I'm going. I want to have a forge, and I really want to have an oven, too, but I need to work on cooking. I'm going to do that off camera. But to make a forge, all we need is some clay and stone bricks, and I haven't really messed with masonry at all. So that's something I'm going to get to work on here while I, you know, figure all this out. But there are tons and tons and tons and tons of rock shards that our community has gathered. So I've been told I can use as many of these as I'd like. I'm going to take just a handful, maybe like 10 of them, and I can't carry that many. I'm going to take as many as I can carry, and I'm going to start chiseling them away into some stone tiles. I'm going to end up making a very low quality forge, but that's alright. We can improve it later. And to do this, all we need is some rock shards in here and our chisel. And this is one of the bigger things I want to build before... Oh, stone bricks. Here we go. Before I go ahead and travel away. And other things include... I'm going to get myself a nice large barrel and fill it with water just to have it on the boat. I'm going to be leveling up my cooking, so I'm going to have a bunch of food with me on my journey. And I'm going to be doing off-camera working on tools. You start out with all these tools, but as you can see, only some of them are available for improvement. And the way you can tell is the little symbol over here next to them. So for example, my saw can be improved if I use some iron on it. And with your starter tools, you don't get that. Like my hatchet is a starter tool. I can't improve it in any way. And I want to be able to improve all of my tools. So when, you know, when I'm out there, I can chop down trees a lot faster and more efficiently if I have a hatchet that's worth a damn. So that's why getting my iron and stuff like that is so important. And there's going to be a lot of off-camera work in this series, just in general. So I think you guys get the idea. I'm going to be over here working on this forge and stuff like that. And this is just going to be one of those little series that, you know, it's just kind of going to move along. You're not going to see every single part of it. Again, as I've said several times, Wurm is a slow game. So I'm not going to bore you with the details, but you can kind of see where it's going. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoy this, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I probably can't answer all of them. As you can see, I'm not an expert on the game, but I do kind of know my way around now. And if you feel like I've neglected to show you something you really wanted to know, just leave it in the comments, and I'll either answer you in the comments or I'll answer you in the next video. No big deal. And if there's something you think I should absolutely show you, you can let me know there too. Be sure to leave a like, as always, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.